excited about having the tournament at home. This was our best finish, at least that's what I've been told. This is one of our best finishes so far. We ended up with third place. We drew Moundridge in our first round in pool play, and evidently we weren't quite awake, and so we didn't play too well. But the team came back, and it took us a little while to get going against Chase County, but once we did, we were okay. We beat Solomon pretty easily, I think. One of the games was 15-0. I was real happy about that. Some people might not like the idea of beating somebody like that, but I think it's good for my team to build up their confidence, to realize that they are good enough to beat somebody that bad. And then that put us second in our pool, and so then we faced Hillsboro from the other pool. We played Hillsboro really tough the first game, a couple of serves here or there and a couple of different plays at the net, and we might have won that game. And I think that might have maybe affected the outcome of the rest of that match. I still think that the Moundridge team and tradition is a little scarier to my girls than Hillsboro's. Hillsboro has a very, very strong program, but for some reason the name Moundridge just really kind of gives them a little scare, I guess. And so it's something we have to get over because we're going to face them. And it's possible we might even see them in sub-state or at league tournament this weekend, so we really have to be ready to go against that. We just got to shake it off and play ball. Little River was really tired. They had taken all their pool games, plus their first round with Moundridge. They had taken them all in 3 except for one match. And so they were pretty exhausted by the time they played us. They still hit the ball really well, and so I thought we did a good job of blocking and playing the net aggressively. It would have been easy for my girls to let down because they knew that Little River wasn't at their top level, but they did a good job. It took us a little while to beat them. I was a little frustrated with that. We need a killer instinct, and we don't have anybody that really has it right now. But I think if we can get that, that'll help us out. I just watched game film this weekend, and I think if we had passed the ball a little better, we would have been okay. We were a lot more aggressive. I feel like we were a little more confident, but when you start putting the ball up on the net off of a pass, they're going to pound it in your face, and that starts to get frustrating to the girls. So the better we do as far as putting the ball in our setters' hands and playing on our side of the court and attacking at them and making them work, we did okay when we did that, but when we were putting the ball up and letting them hit it back at us, that's when we got into trouble. I think the girls played better. I didn't think so Tuesday night, but I think after watching the film, we did a little better. A little yelling. I don't know if that helped them get back up, but we knew that Carrie wasn't probably going to play in that match because her knee had been bothering her. And so we did some different positions, put some girls in some different spots on the floor, and that probably made a little bit of a difference, just getting used to where you're playing and having different people beside you. But it is difficult to get up against a team that's not as probably as good as some of the teams we've seen in the league. And they don't always hit the ball at you. You never know what to expect from them. So you really have to be on your toes and get to the bumps, the second hit passes that come over the net, whatever they throw at you, you have to be ready for. We had some girls, Jessie stepped up and really served the ball well. I think she has like 19 to 20 in that game. Did a good job of serving, giving some tough serves that caused them some problems on their side as far as setting the ball up. But we did okay. We also had, it was a good chance for us to get some other girls in the game who don't get to play much varsity, and that was nice. Pretty Prairie and Sedgwick tomorrow night at Burton, and they're both very, very important games for our league tournament this weekend. We're right on the bubble right now as far as where we're going to be seated in the tournament, so it depends a lot on how we play tomorrow night. Strong possibility we'll be playing without Carrie again, so the girls are really going to have to pick it up, and it could be all of them, could be one person. I don't know who it's going to be, but they're going to have to decide who's going to do it, and I think this is a good shot for somebody to stick out and say, hey, I'm going to do it. They think that Carrie tore a cartilage in her knee. They're not positive about that, but they think that's what it is. They told her to lay off for about 10 days. She is doing some physical therapy, and they said that is supposed to help immediately. And if it does, then she could come back before that 10 days is up. He would release her and let her play. So there's a chance, and I'm kind of looking at it that way, that she could play on Saturday, I'm pretty excited about that.
I was really pleased with the way we played against Sedgwick. Sedgwick was a team that's playing better, and I really, honestly, in my heart, thought it was going to be a closer game. So I challenged the guys this week to play hard, and we came out from the get-go and just were sticking people, and hit them really hard on defense. And on offense, we did some different things, tried some new plays, and got a lot of points on the board again. But at the same time, it runs down to defense. If defense stops them and makes it tough on the offense, it makes our offense go a lot better. On defense, it's always going to be the linebackers that get a lot of the tackles because that's what they're supposed to do. But Zach Crane had 3 sacks on defense, and one of them led to a Jake Kane fumble recovery touchdown. That's 2 for him in 2 games, and that's not too bad. We also on the defensive side, who else? We had Travis Tyler had an interception, and they weren't able to do much on their offensive side. On our offensive side, we put in some new plays. We put in a tight end reverse. Zach Crane's fast, so we figured we want to try to hand him off the ball. And it seemed like every time we practiced, during practice, he'd fumble it or something. And so I was a little hesitant to run it. But we ran it. I think he had about a 69-yard touchdown. And 2 guys had the angle on him, and he made him look slow because he's fast. And tried to run about every formation we had. It makes it tough on other teams to prepare for you when you don't just line up in 1 or 2 formations. I don't know how many formations we had, maybe 8 or 9. I don't know. We tried to do everything, including the halfback pass, even though that was thrown for interception. We'll still do those things just so people have to prepare for it. They know we have a lot of weapons on offense that they've got to try to stop, and that makes for a good, successful team. And on defense, they know that they can't just pick a right side or a left side to run at because we're pretty equal balanced all across the line on defense also. We've got a tough district. You know, I guess you can look at the records. Everybody is 500 above. Emmons 3-3. We're 4-2. Sterling's 4-2, and Claflin is 6-0. But, you know, as I tell the kids this week, everybody goes in 0-0. The regular season record means nothing in districts. These 3 games determine who goes to the playoffs. So it's like a whole new season. Yeah, I mean, you know, Sterling, looking at them in film, so far from the teams we've played, they're in there with the top bunch easily. They are a very good, physical, tough, big football team, and their defense is awesome. Not to take anything away from their offense because they run the option quite well. But their defense is what helps their offense out a lot because the offense doesn't have to go a long ways to score. And in Claflin, you know, we don't look ahead, but, you know, they're the reigning state 2A champions. And they're tough. They're tough. And then Inman, they're 3-3, and, you know, they're no slouches either. So, yeah, we have a tough district. But at the same time, you know, we tell the kids this is our playoffs. You know, the playoffs start week 1. You know, just playing the playoffs. In the playoffs, you got to act like each one of these games is a playoff game. And we've never played Sterling, I don't think, at Canton-Galva or Claflin in recent history. I don't think so. And so it's good to play some new teams. Again, you know, you'd like to be in a district where maybe you could walk through, but that won't happen this year. It'll be tough games. It's parents' night, senior night for us on Friday night, and it's last home game. And a lot of people here making a lot of noise, yelling at the refs when I can't yell at them. No, I'm just kidding about that one. You know, the home crowd here at Canton-Galva is great. You know, it helps win some of the football games, and I just like to see as many people as I could out here. And also for the people that want to know some stats, if you have internet, you know, look up our internet site because DVI Multimedia Group does an excellent job putting that on the internet, and you can see some of our statistics from all our games.